So every day, Rani walked 12 kilometers from her house in the village to a remote location outside the village in the scorching heat. Having delivered a baby recently was not a deterrent in her quest for water. But then, having no support system at home, she held her baby in her left arm, balanced two pitchers on her head, and walked out of her home to bring back the liquid gold. By the time she reached the well, it was already 4 hours past, and the well was surrounded by a lot of women fighting over their turn to get in and make some place to pull out water. By the time Rani fights and makes place for herself to pull out her pail of water, her friend Seema calls out to her, "Rani, look, the baby has crawled so far. Go, bring it back." And Rani picks up her pail and rushes to bring back the baby. She gives some water to the baby to drink and brings it back. By the time Rani and Seema are done with filling their pitchers, it's already a couple of hours past. And then they start walking towards their village back. It is already evening by the time they are back into their villages, their homes. And Sakharam, Rani's husband, is waiting for her. He's hungry. He wants food. But Rani is too tired. She has no energy left after having gone and done so much of strenuous work to bring back that water, and having delivered a baby recently, her health is not permitting her. But then Sakharam is hungry, so she gets down to cook. Slowly, Rani's health starts deteriorating, and then she is not able to fulfill all her duties. So Sakharam has an idea. Sakharam decides to bring another wife so that Rani will take care of the household activities and the baby, and the second wife can go bring water from the well. But Sakharam's plans went haywire when the second wife turned out to be a sickly woman and she could not fulfill her water duty. This brings in the third wife into the picture. This is a real story of Maharashtra, a remote village in Maharashtra. Now, all the three wives go in the morning to bring water, and they come back home and fulfill their home duties. Dear friends, according to World Health Organization, only 0.007% of the world's water is available for human consumption. And this water is only this much is available to the 7 billion people on this planet. Now, water is scarce only because it is unevenly distributed on the surface of the earth. So, the water that we get is made unsafe for our consumption, primarily because our industries discharge so much of pollutants into our water without processing them and cleaning them. But on the other hand, in rural areas, water is polluted by organic discharge, agricultural waste, cattle discharge, and all that. So, on an average, in the world, 1 in 8 people do not have access to safe drinking water. And this figure goes down drastically to 1 in 4 in the cities. But who are the biggest sufferers? Farmers. Amazing. The farmers. The biggest consumers are the biggest sufferers. So, in a remote village in Punjab, Ramu has planted paddy in his field, and he water to fill his field with, to grow paddy. But then there are no sign of rains in the sky. So he decides that by the time the rains come in, he will borrow some water from the local money lender as well. Now Punjab has rivers, right? But then there is a canal and every farmer gets some share of water for themselves to flood their fields. But then Ramu's share of water is not sufficient to flood his fields. So then he decides to take water at the rate of rupees 1500 per day from the money lender. After a month, drought is declared. Ramu is devastated. But then the money lender is asking for his money. Every day he wants his money back. Ramu does not have a choice. And one day he decides to walk away from home. He goes to that canal and jumps into it to commit suicide. His family is not aware about this and they wait for him to come back. But then Ramu doesn't come back. After about 2 days, the hunt began. The villagers know that the water available in the river is definitely enough for their farming needs. But then the canal in the village takes away the water to neighboring states like Rajasthan, Haryana and Delhi. And this does not make water available to them sufficient for their needs. And they do not have a choice but to go to that same canal and jump into it. So, when Ramu's family started hunting for him, it was too late because the water had already flown away his body and there was nothing left. The police was not ready to acknowledge his death. But why should we care? We stay in cities, we pay our taxes, and we get enough water for whatever requirements we have. So why should we worry about this? Or why should we be a part of any such initiative which saves water or replenishes the water table? But then, we don't have to go too far to search for an answer. Singapore is all set to bring about 30% of their water needs by desalination of seawater. And do you know what will happen to that salt after it is separated from water? It goes back again into the sea. Just imagine the kind of disbalance in the ecology it's going to bring about. On the other hand, I'm sure you've heard about Cape Town. Cape Town is one of the most affluent cities in South Africa. They are going to see day zero in July. A problem of this magnitude was unforeseeable in the recent past. And this is the problem that we, as cities, every city is going to face in the coming times. So what can we do about it? What should we do about it? There are government agencies, non-government agencies and others who are taking initiatives and doing their bit in replenishing the water sources, cleansing the water sources, improving the water table. But this problem is not for them to be solved alone. It cannot be solved by them alone. Each one of us have to take our bit, do our contribution in solving this problem, this monstrous problem that is facing us today. New York, it is said, 30% of their water usage in New York every day is leaked away due to old leaking pipes in New York. And you know how much it amounts to? 36 million gallons of water every day. Now you would say, what can I do about this? New York, I'm not going to New York to fix their leaking water pipes, right? But then we can at least fix our leaking taps. 1 drop of water per second amounts to 30,000 gallons of water in 1 year. Would we not like to contribute to that? A bathtub uses 70 gallons and a shower 30 gallons of water. We humans do not have that kind of a luxury anymore. We can't do that. What is important is that we need to bring awareness around all of us. We have to make our family aware. Most importantly, our domestic health. They keep on the running tap and they keep on doing their work. Just imagine the kind of water that we are wasting. We are getting this water today. Does not mean that everybody else on this earth gets it too. Does not mean that we will keep getting it for the times to come. The kind of water that is used in our daily needs, just see the figures and you will see. For 1 liter of drinking water of a Bisleri or a packaged drinking water that we use, 5 liters of water is used. And for 1 kg of meat, 15,500 liters of water is used. There are many other statistics and you will find much more on the internet. But then just imagine, it is more important that we start using the natural things. We start using normal water than bottled water. Carry a bottle when you go out. Why do you have to buy bottled water? Anyways, the plastic generated by the bottled water is enough to create a havoc on our environment. Water everywhere, but not a drop to drink. This single crisis is going to hit us the hardest in the coming times. So, we should do our bit.